A very good evening to you and welcome to the news at 7 on Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city. Today is Wednesday, the 17th day of April 2024. First, the headlines. Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities set to commence full-blown industrial action. Abia State government gives quit notice to illegal motor parks operating in Umuahia. And on the foreign scene, Sweden's parliament passes a law to make it easier for young people to legally change their gender. I am Moses Ben with the news. Details shortly.
Every day, every story. If it matters to you, depend on our news team to bring you the latest.
Welcome back. Now the news in full. Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities has hinted of its desire to embark on a full-blown strike if the government continues to delay in paying members' salary arrears. The union made this position known at its Zonal Executive Council held at the Kwara State University, Malete, Kwara State. Following the suspension of their one-week industrial action and the seeming non-action from the government quarters, the union leaders say they may be forced to again down tools.
We have continued to use every legitimate instrument at our disposal to continue to call on Nigerians to plead with the federal government to do the needful with respect to our issues. But if that fails, we shall be left with no resort.
We believe that a harmonious working relationship is essential for achieving our common objectives and fulfilling our mandates of providing quality education.
We still have pending challenges which we would like the management to look into for the convenience and future career attainment of our hard-working members. These include conversion of cadre for our members who have stepped up their qualifications.
Various meetings at the different levels of the union are still expected to be held to map out the way forward for the union. National Working Committee (NWC) of the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC) has reacted to the order of a Kano State High Court which affirmed the suspension of its national chairman Abdullahi Ganduje, describing it as a nullity, unenforceable and therefore cannot be obeyed. Addressing the ward executives, Ganduje said those who purportedly suspended him were impostors.
What is happening is that it is an incursion into our political party by the NNPP and the government of Kano State in order to destroy our party because they are so far during the first year in office. They have seen their failures. They were so insensitive because they are mediocres. Even the camouflage they wanted to make, it was not a camouflage based on intelligence. So we are showing we are pursuing this case with logical conclusion.
The development came as Ganduje received the APC ward executives from his Ganduje ward in Kano State, who were at the National Secretariat of the party to affirm their confidence in him. First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has flagged off the Southwest Huawei Renewed Hope Initiative Women in Tech training as part of efforts to empower women entrepreneurs with tech and digital skills for economic growth and development. Addressing participants at the flag-off of the training program, the First Lady, who was represented by Lagos State First Lady Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, stated that the training will equip women entrepreneurs with necessary skills and resources to compete favorably in the technology world. She reiterated that the Renewed Hope initiative conceived by the present administration at the federal level is poised to positively impact the lives of Nigerians by bringing individuals out of poverty, educating them, and guiding them towards better lives for their families.
Each and every one of you here is an ambassador in your community, in your home, in your space. You are there to improve lives. Thank God that all women here have their own works. They are educated, and so we're going to leverage on that to improve lives out there. Distinguished Senator Lawrence cannot do it alone, so we're depending on each and every one of you that is here in this room to be a trainer. The SDG Goal 5, which seeks to achieve gender equality, full participation of women, and equal opportunities for leadership at all levels of decision making. So no matter what you do, you need technology, no matter where you are, and I'm so happy, whether you're a caterer, a lawyer, like a farmer, or you need technology. Through this initiative, we aim to equip female students with the knowledge and skills needed to excel in the ICT field, thereby opening doors to future employment opportunities and economic empowerment.
Justice Binta Iyako of the Federal High Court Abuja on Wednesday fixed May the 20th to rule on the application seeking to transfer the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. Justice Iyako adjourned for ruling after listening to arguments on the application. Counsel for the defendant, Aloy Ejimako, during the proceedings moved the application to prepare him for trial. He said Kanu's continued detention in the custody of the Department of State Services would mitigate the accelerated hearing ordered by the court. Speaking with journalists after the hearing, one of Kanu's lawyers has this to say.
Conference. I have not had any conference with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as my client, somebody that is facing these huge criminal charges. I have not had any conference with him. I have not been able to discuss with him. I have not even confronted him with evidence provided because DSSS is frustrating all my effort to have a conference with him. There is no confidentiality, and we are not asking that the fair trial is predicated on confidentiality. Now that I don't have any confidentiality with my client, how do you want me to enter to take him on trial? It is against the rules of professional ethics for a lawyer to commence a trial with a client that you never prepared for. So, and we are told the judge our predicaments, the evidence are there, and the judge insisted on going on a trial. Trial for what?
Outgoing president of the National Association of Nigerian Students, Usman Umaru Marambu, has stated that the elections that brought Pedro Obi to seat were conducted by the standards of the Constitution of NANS. Marambu, who stated this on the occasion of its National Executive Council inauguration and handover ceremony in Abuja, stated emphatically that Comrade Pedro Obi is the legitimate president of NANS. Hence, no other NANS exists.
There are things we started, finished. There are things we started, and we are yet bet. The handover note will explain a lot of things to you if you go. We have one NANS, one indivisible NANS. We conducted our election by the constitution of the organization. Had stipulated that the ASD should do accreditation. He did that. We have a new set of leadership. But some people are not happy with it. We don't have problem if they are not happy with it. But I believe with the caliber of people that are here, I believe Nigerian students are happy with the leadership. It is my duty to hand over to legitimate president of NANS.
On his part, Pedro Obi affirmed his commitment to protecting the interest of Nigerian students and seeing to it that no one is oppressed.
They are symptoms of a deeper malaise, a system of exploitation and inequality that thrives on the misery and suffering of the mass. It is this system, a system of neocolonialism, capitalism, and corrupt governance that we must confront head-on. It is this system that perpetuates poverty, marginalization, and despair among our people. And it is in this system that we must conquer if we are to build a truly just, equitable, and democratic society for all. While the loan scheme aims to provide financial support to students, we must also recognize the risk it carries, including the burden of debt on young graduates, the potential for exploitation by unscrupulous elements, and the widening gap in access to quality education. We must proceed with caution, ensuring that any loan program is accompanied by robust regulations and support mechanisms to safeguard the future of Nigerian students and the integrity of our education system.
Chairman, Abia State Harmonized Task Force and Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Prince Nwachukwu, says the state government has approved the Okigwe Motor Park and Ohia Motor Park as the official motor park for transporters. Nwachukwu disclosed this when he led the steering committee members of the Harmonized Task Force to the area, advised transporters using the various illegal parks in Umuahia, the state capital, to relocate to the designated motor park before Tuesday next week.
No, yes, we are doing that, sir. The first thing we started with yesterday was to ask all those who are applying Anambra, Imo, and Enugu to move to Okigwe Park, and they complied. They have moved. Now we gave all the other people who are moving to other designations from within that Isi Gate to move by Friday, and they have agreed they are going to move. So Okigwe Park is a designated government park. Ohia Park is a designated government park. And in the near future, within this year, very soon, the government is starting the construction of what we call a major ultra-modern bus terminal for Umuahia and for Aba, the likes of which you see in Lagos. So once the government does that in the city center, all the major vehicles are expected to operate from there. Now, for all these other established transporters, they have their transport loading bays. They have their transport, where they park, where they do the operations from. A major problem now are people who are loading right on the streets.
Also speaking, a member of the steering committee of the Harmonized Task Force and general manager of Umuahia Capital Development Authority, Kingsley Agomo, gave the reason the current government is embarking on the relocation to ensure the state capital experiences free flow of traffic.
The first thing we started... No, yes, we are doing that, sir. Our men are there now, marking those locations, sir. And then by next week, we'll commence demolition of all those shanties. They are not going to be there again.
Vice Chancellor Michael Okpara University of Agriculture, Umudike, Professor Madwe BBC Ofoiwe, has advised young lecturers to come back to Nigeria after studying and learning abroad. Speaking during the 53rd inaugural lecture of the university, Madwe BBC added that lecturers should always remember that no matter where they found themselves, Nigeria was home. He also told the young lecturers that Nigeria would not change by itself, but they should think about coming back whenever they had the opportunity to study abroad.
The professor finally said that there is paucity of engineering lecturers in Nigeria. I want to add my voice and beg our younger ones, like his lecturer told him, go and come back. It was a similar thing that my lecturer told me when I also went many years ago. If we didn't return, maybe there won't be people in. This university has produced over 60,000 students already in her records. There's no need for buying and not having any dream of returning. It is the worst thing that has happened to Africa and to Nigeria. Please, we are not saying you shouldn't go. After all, we have sent a lot of people outside to go and train, but have endangered their lives and the progress of our university by not returning. We appeal to them to return, and we appeal to you to aim at going. When you go, please make sure you return.
He urged governments at all levels to increase investment in solar energy in a bid to resolve its power challenges.
The professor finally said, generating income from the sale of excess power to the national grid. Some days ago, we were told that the Southeast was cut off. I'm sure that the younger ones can invest time and think into this to make sure that we are not cut off anymore. However, there is need for investment in solar energy technology. In economies like our own, Professor Koro said we should encourage it, that the merits of solar energy include a pollution-free environment. Most vehicles in developed countries today are moving without producing smoke. Collaboration among researchers should be encouraged, very important for academic growth and institution building. Universities in Nigeria should encourage fellowships, short visits, and conference attendance support to young lecturers.
The lecture, entitled Prolonging the Lifespan of Industrial Electrical Machines Through the Development of Accurate Dynamic and Thermal Models, was delivered by Professor Ogbonnaya Okoro, a professor of electrical power and machines. Traders at Obani International Market have lamented the poor condition of the road linking to the market. Our correspondent, Ogbaku Emanuela, has more on this report.
Traders at the Mahia Ultramodern International Market, Opani Ibeku, have lamented on the poor condition of roads, which has made the market inaccessible to potential buyers, leading to little or no sales by the traders.
Government just neglect us. They don't dare after what our welfare here. Look at the road. Look at Umweze Road. Look at main road that we are. Look at the market as a whole. Like Mondays, there's no customer in the market. Look at I didn't bring out my goods today because of I didn't see anybody. We are doing nothing here. We are wasting our time here. Let government find another way. If it's that forest side, let them do another shop, another market for us, so that we'll live here. They will use here maybe as airport or whatever. Then we'll go there. But if government want to do something at this market, let them use that money they want to use there, invest it here. They will get more profit.
We are dying here. No market. Nothing is going in here. Can't you see it with your eyes? We are dying. No market. If you come, you will not sell. See our goods. We are not selling. We are not selling anything. We are dying. We are suffering. We are asking our governor, our beloved governor, to come and help us. We are dying.
While speaking with Rapid FM, some of the traders expressed their disappointment with the situation, stressing that the promise made by the government has proven abortive, which is affecting their daily sales.
When we are talking about expanding of Umuahia capital, Oban Market is one of the major things that what the former governor Theodore Hamefluge did to remove that Umuahia market at the center of the town. It's an eyesore. They bring it to Oban. And Oban Market is one of the standard market here in Abia State. A place that contains not less than 16,000 shops, if I'm not mistaken, where we have everything, even a very big, that park is like a stadium, waiter, toilet and everything. The market himself, the shop standard. But at a time, because of the distance, people start running out from the market. And if to say that he succeeded on building this Umweze Road, I believe whatever government need from that market, they will be seeing it.
Actually, we are finding so much difficult to trek from our home to this our farm. When the rainy season come now, erosion will spoil everywhere. No car can drive from our place to this place. All of us are using leg trekking, and we are finding it difficult to use leg and trekking because it's too far.
Abo Road is very important for this market. The government to repair it. Secondly, the government to repair the market to be concrete. Thirdly, to make people to be attractive to come to this Oban. That is the very thing that government is supposed to do it.
Traders and farmers who apply one of the major link roads in the market appeal to the Governor Oti-led administration to bring his focus to the Obani Market Road so that it can be accessible for them to move freely, stressing that the past government may have failed them.
The market needs restructuring. People are here really suffering. So we want the government to come into the market and do some restructuring, put some things in place so that people that left their shop will come back to their shop and resume their business.
As you can see down here, nobody is in this market any longer. More especially, people can so I know your governor, our amiable governor, Alex Oti, to come and help us so that this market otueshi happen the gate. I get yoma ha batacheba. Otueshi kwanye kwanishi mbono na I need gas, but majority apola na yonwezi ya my name. So ya na yo how can we Kenya build here? Can the madam we batakwania? Can we of ma?
Because we have so many thousands of shops here. It's empty. If you go down there, it's empty. If you come this side, it's empty. If you go to provision side, it's empty. So we want government to go and call other ones to attach with us. So many of them have shop here. They just leave it to come to town. So all of us supposed to be here so that this market will be moving.
Also speaking, some of the traders called on the government to enforce the relocation of the traders at the Shigate market, noting that the lock-up shop owners are disappointed with the bad state of the Umuahia Ultramodern International Market Road. Obuako Emanuela, Rapid FM News.
You're still listening to Rapid 96.5 FM News. At 7, up next is foreign, business, and sport stories. Please do well to stay with us.
Every day, every story. If it matters to you, depend on our news team to bring you the latest.
Welcome back. Now the rest of the news. Swedish Parliament has passed a law lowering the age required for people to legally change their gender from 18 to 16. Those under 18 still need approval from a guardian, a doctor, and the National Board of Health and Welfare. No longer required is the gender dysphoria diagnosis, defined by medical professionals as psychological distress experienced by those whose gender expression does not match their gender identity. Sweden joins a number of countries with similar laws, including Denmark, Norway, Finland, and Spain. The vote in Sweden passed 234 against 94, with 21 lawmakers absent, following a debate that lasted for nearly 6 hours. Sweden Democrats, the populist party with far-right roots that supports the government in parliament but is not part of the government, opposed the law. In business, Organized Private Sector OPS says that over 65% of private businesses in Nigeria may be forced to close down over the recent electricity tariff hike. They stated that the tariff increase is coming on the heels of macroeconomic instability, infrastructure deficits, and other supply-side constraints limiting the performance of the productive sector. However, OPS said the hike will have negative trickle-down effects and will further impoverish Nigerians. Recall that on April the 3rd, the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission approved a 245% electricity tariff hike for Band A customers. In sports, Serie A giant Juventus are targeting a move to Leicester City midfielder Wilfred Ndidi this summer. Ndidi is into the final month of his contract with Leicester City, and could leave the club on a free transfer at the end of the month. The Nigerian international is among the 3 players Juventus are looking to sign to bolster their midfield in the summer. Ndidi reportedly has interest from clubs in England, Spain, and Turkey. The 27-year-old has registered 4 goals and 6 assists in 32 appearances for Leicester City this season. Before we go, a recap of the top stories. Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities set to commence full-blown industrial action. Abia State government gives quit notice to illegal motor parks operating in Umuahia. Sweden's parliament passes a law to make it easier for young people to legally change their gender. And that's the news at 7 on Rapid 96.5 FM. For news coverage and eyewitness reports, kindly send a message to our hotline on WhatsApp 0704-9220-965 or send an email to news@arubianradiotv.com. This news was packaged by Kingsley Onwoka. I am Moses Ben, saying thank you so much for your time.
Every day, every story. If it matters to you, depends.